with a legacy that's long. That's the legend of the Armstrongs. Questions get answered, oh, you didn't know? Let's start the show.
We're in the money.
Welcome back to the show. It's Dogg and Casio, and you're listening to...
Oh, I didn't know we were recording.
Did not know.
You didn't know is what I was supposed to say.
Come on, man.
I know.
How are you, sir?
It's the new year, and I'm half-assing it already.
It's a new year. It's a new day.
And I'm feeling good.
Bow now, boom, boom. Bow now, boom, boom.
Let's
Bow
break it down right now.
Bow, bow.
I don't know what the words are.
You know how I feel.
Yeah. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. I don't know the word. And you know I will. Anyway, I want to sing that, yeah. Oh, but butterflies all having fun. It's something like that. Oh, you know what I mean, don't you know?
Come on.
Yeah, anyway, we'll sing it later.
Dude.
Yeah, I love Bublé. A lot of people do that song well, but Bublé does it really well. You know who turned me on to Bublé, don't you?
What?
Mr. A double crooked letter himself, the bad one, Billy Gunn.
Really?
Yeah. You'd see how many words I had to say.
Coming.
Did you know how many words I had to use just to not say ass?
Right. It was
You
a
know what I
long
mean?
way around.
Yeah,
Long way
it
around.
took me
Glad
a
you did
second,
not
too.
say ass.
I'm glad I didn't either.
Yeah.
Kiss your
That
mother
could've
with
been-
that mouth?
Yeah, it could have been mad.
No, my mother passed away.
I did not see him as a Bublé guy.
So truth be told, he likes a crooner. Billy likes a crooner.
Does he?
I don't think so. I just made that up. But I think it was his wife Paula probably turned him on to some Bublé during Christmas season or something. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now.
Let's just
but he turned me on to the Booble.
Don't pause the recording, but I want to take a breath and let you set it up again. And I want you to say, well, everybody knows Billy Gunn loves the crooners.
Oh, okay.
So we can do like we did with MJF and get you trending again.
Yeah.
Or we just take one segment one sentence out of the
Yeah, here we
ordinary.
go in 3. Well, as everybody knows, Billy Gunn loves a crooner. And cut. Here we go. Thank you.
We're going to be trending again with that one. Right.
Because you know how much heat crooners get these days. Good night, Irene. Hey, what are we doing? We're
going to get the meme of the week.
First off, let me say, I feel like we recorded some stuff prior to the new year. Is that true?
Yeah.
Like my brain isn't
like
anywhere.
a whole year's worth of shows, yeah. Yeah, we did 2023, yeah. Yeah, this isn't the first one ever. Yeah.
Oh, God almighty. If I was any dumber, I'd be the son of a plump. No, that just rhymed, and I apologize for that.
Happy New Year. Yes.
But I'm not sure, but
Wow.
and I hope I didn't just say
down.
I hope I didn't just say anything.
Google Translator app.
Yeah, I hope I didn't just say anything, but I just feel like I ain't seen you in forever. I ain't seen Dom in forever. Dom, will you pop up on screen for a second?
Oh, God, no.
Casio, you can close your eyes. Thank you, Dom. Hey, Dom.
Hey.
Dom's in his red. He's got a red gi. He just got his purple belt
Of course he
today.
does.
Oh, no, it was the Beatles. It was the Beatles. And, Dom, I wanted to ask you this.
Yes.
You can look now, Casio. He's naked.
Oh!
You can look now. He's got his Beatles hoodie on and a little toque, a little skull cap, eh? So have you ever been to wherever it is and did the walk across
Abbey Road? No,
Abbey Road? You have not?
I want to barefoot.
Have you? Okay.
Barefoot. Why barefoot?
Because it wasn't Paul. Paul wasn't wearing shoes when he did.
Oh.
Sure, Paul.
Abbey
Well,
Road's in London, right?
Yes.
It could be, yes.
I want to go there.
In London, Tennessee.
The only cool thing
Right
I've
south
seen...
of Dollywood, I
Is
believe.
it really?
Yes.
The only cool thing I've seen is the winding road in San Francisco. Have you seen that one?
No,
like the
but
curviest-
I grew up in the early 70s where every road was like all the cops shows were in San Francisco. So I've seen
This is
that
like
one
the
a million times.
curviest, the curviest road anywhere.
Was it in
And
Bullet
it's-
with Steve McQueen?
It was probably in everything. It's like super. People get their picture taken in front of it. It's like
To be
super
quite
iconic.
honest, we've jumped a couple topics. I have no idea what we're talking about right now.
I don't roads.
Abbey Road.
Oh yeah, Abbey Road.
Abbey Road.
So have you ever, Casio?
No, I haven't left this country besides
You
Mexico.
swear for God.
Besides Mexico,
My grandmother said, "You swear for God."
and not even the shady
I
Mexico.
said, "I don't want to
just
swear for God."
in front of him. You swear in front of God.
That's what she just meant before him, but she left out the B. She's talking fast. You swear for God. She said,
yeah,
Briny.
She called you what?
Briny.
Briny.
That's why my brother Scott still calls me Briny. And she would
dip
just holler
snuff?
upstairs, Briny. And then we would go to Treasure Island, a store. And this is a great story too, by the way. And what we might want to highlight this one. I think she might have stole stuff. I'm not sure.
Your grandmother stole stuff.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure from
anywhere?
Treasure Island. Or just Treasure Island is the only one I remember. Yeah.
What did
I
she
think
steal?
so.
Shells?
No,
hermit
I think
crab.
it was like purses. Yeah.
Purses?
She might be wanted in several states. Missouri being one. You remember the James
She's running
Gang?
a racket.
You remember the James Gang?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Okay. That's where the name came from.
She's Mickey James's great grandmother. Okay.
My great grandmother dipped snuff. Did yours?
Yeah. No, she just smoked like a chimney.
Oh, she was
It was my
smoking it.
dad's mom, and they were from Coweta County, Georgia, man.
Oh,
And
she'd
she
have
was-
that snuff on her corner of her mouth. Come on ahead and give me a kiss. And you go, nah, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna
good.
pass on that.
I'm
Meemaw.
good, Nana.
Meemaw, I'm gonna pass. Come on, you big up. I'm gonna come get you. Yeah, now you need to get a toothbrush and get that
I'm
wad.
gonna
of
come
snuff.
get you. Ah!
That's what I'm afraid of, actually. Is you coming to get me?
She's the Gorgonon.
Give me sugar. Give me.
Oh Lord.
We had a thing in
Bless
my
your
family
heart.
called the Aunt Annie hug, where our Aunt Annie, she would like just lightly lean in and give you a not a.
Oh yeah. That's because she believed in like, hey, if I didn't ask for consent, I don't have consent to fully touch you.
You're
You know
right.
what I mean? She was ahead of her time, actually.
Every time.
Yeah. Now I ask my 2-year-old, like, may I change your diaper? And if he says no, I spank the shit out of him. Oh, hey, curse word. Sorry. That was. We're gonna. We're gonna. I wish we could spell that so we can make that a word. It sounds Japanese. I'm a Gucci. I'm a Gucci. I'm a Gucci.
Get your fast over here. I'm gonna get you some sugar.
I'm a Gucci.
If you don't love your meemaw, then don't come over here.
Oh, my ribs are cramping on this
And
side.
I was stuck to that couch that had that plastic on it that was just
Yeah.
your skin just stuck to it. Your hamstrings are just gone.
Right, and I'm fat, so
Yeah.
my thighs are spread out on there. There's a lot of me, stuck to it.
Now,
You know
I
what
sat
I mean?
everywhere on that couch. Just spread
It
out.
just smelt a little bit of Dinty Moore beef stew.
And like just a not
And
right
ass.
banana at all times.
Yeah, just a hint of ass. We're just cursing on here today, guys. For any
Even the new year.
youthful listeners, I apologize. I will try to behave myself. I got to make this bigger. I feel like I'm a little bitty
said.
thing.
Wow.
That's why my wife's been
Dom,
screaming
get
for.
out of here.
Let me go.
Oh, wait,
doing?
Dom. No. Wait, Dom.
What's
I had one
Dom
more
doing
question.
here?
I had one more question for
I know.
Dom. Is that headband cow print, or is it?
Oh,
Or is there a
Wolverine.
design on it?
Wolverine from X-Men.
It's Wolverine.
Oh, I see it now. I can see it. I've got to put my specs on, mate.
I'm so bold.
Oh, right. It's Hugh Jackman.
I have to put a sweatband on my
But it
feet.
looks like a bootleg one, so he's
Hey,
like,
did you? How hard did you
Wolverine.
train at the gym
so
today?
hard. I did chest and tries today, and then I boxed.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
You boxed?
Uh-huh.
I tried to
Good
touch my
for you.
wife's
Did you
chest
take any
today.
pictures on a machine, like with your back leg up, or anything like that?
Not that time, no.
Okay, if you would though, and share them with the class, I would appreciate it.
Okay, I did do one with boxing gloves on, so.
Oh, there you go. So that one should be up here by the time we close.
No, I saw the
Okay,
boxing
well,
glove pic.
Oh, you saw it? I haven't seen it, so
Yeah,
I
it
need
was.
to see
I was
it.
cutting it close to the show. I was going. He needs to get
I
out
know.
of the gym
Cass was probably, what the hell is he doing?
and come start getting
Okay, hey,
the links ready.
okay, thank you, Dom.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
And
Have a
Ca-
great
hey,
show.
We're going to, Cassie.
See,
Whatever.
I call his brother Swole Angelo, so that's what he's trying to get.
Swole Angelo.
Yeah, because he's got a little buff on him, you know.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
He's just a little bigger than Dom. It ain't like
Yeah,
he's...
but when he stands next to Dom, he looks like he's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, well, I see
Yeah.
that.
So
I
he's
see
Swole
that.
Angelo.
Who's older?
Dom?
I am.
Okay.
Ooh.
16 months.
Okay.
I was
Ooh.
sure. I'm preemie, so.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh, thanks for
Bless your
bringing
heart.
that up, dog.
wish I could hug you right now.
Thanks.
Thanks for
I'm
bringing that
old.
up.
You're
Appreciate
probably
you,
sweating
dog.
and stinking like Denny Moore beef stew. Hey, so thank you, Dom, for your presence and performance. We'll be sure and send the check out. Since speaking of checks, you get more than I do every month.
He's got his own podcast now.
Now it's just me being uncomfortable on here for like an hour. Hey, what do we do on here? I forgot. Do we do?
Well, you got to start with the meme of the week, but we're 10 minutes in.
Okay, let's go.
It usually
Let's
makes
go.
us laugh, but we're already laughing.
I know, me too, man.
Here we
I
go.
love
What
you.
do we
I
got
love
for
you
meme
guys.
of the week? Shawn Michaels' biggest feud over the last 25 years.
Technology.
And it's him and a bunch of computers.
Hey, I'm in one of those pictures too. You
Yeah.
know, I used to be somebody.
How in
I
real
used to
life, how is
be
Shawn with the computers?
somebody. Not great, but equally as not great as myself. You know what I mean? Like he can dang sure send an email. He can dang
How's
sure
Hunter?
better than us.
Okay.
And Sean's better than me. I'll give him that.
Really?
Yeah. He's been doing it a longer, so I don't know.
Like it came out at the same time.
What?
For y'all's life?
Oh,
The computers.
Yeah, but I was.
You just didn't touch them?
I slept for 3 years.
Okay.
You forgot about that. So I don't know. I have no idea why I said what I said, and now I can't back it up. So we're just gonna stop. I just stop talking about it mid sentence. Hey, so meme of the week. Sean's bad at technology.
5-star review of the week.
Oh man.
That's where we check in with your reviews.
Nope. This is supposed to be back.
Wherever you're at,
Wait.
like and subscribe. Oh, 2-star match. Need less from Clone Rad, and RD James keeps losing his place.
Oh.
T-Mill 2 left us a 2-star review.
No wonder his name's T Mill too.
Clone Rad
He's
over
on
here.
backwards. Is that what? You know what? As soon as I saw 2 stars, I stopped listening. So 2 Mill
You took
2.
your headphones off.
So 2 Mill 2. You.
T-Mill 2. He will not hear that, apparently. He's probably not listening. If he,
Well, then I don't care
he
about
smashed
what he
us
thinks.
like that,
Look,
yeah.
if I wouldn't take advice from him, I don't give a damn what he thinks.
Oh, okay. That got serious.
I'm gonna be somebody.
Someday.
Me and my daughter, my youngest daughter, went and saw Travis Tritt acoustic, a night with Travis Tritt at
Yeah.
the Sanger here in Pensacola, and we loved it. It's an old theater. He told a lot of stories. To be quite honest, I'd rather him not, because I wanted to hear I wanted to hear the classics. I wanted to hear, I'm a member of a country club. You know what I mean? I want to hear the old school crap. And he sang it all, and it was great, truth be told.
You know what I've got?
Herpes?
I got rice cooking in the microwave.
Oh, yeah.
You got a 3-day beard. I don't have to shave.
I don't know that one. Because it's newer,
It's a great
right?
day to be alive.
Yeah.
You
Well, I don't
that
know
one?
I don't know the verbiage per se.
Come on, man.
Well,
here's a
I
quarter.
do know.
Call
If it
someone
was,
who cares.
Yeah, I do know that one. I'll tell you what. One of my favorites is, and this is we need to get our guest on. Let's get our guest on. We're just shooting the breeze. I don't even know what we're doing here.
This is what this is about. This is
Oh,
what
this is what we
happens
do?
with us. Yeah.
Oh,
we're
that's what we
chaos.
do. Okay, my bad.
We're
I'm getting
absolute chaos. Well, are we ready?
Yes, I want you to introduce our
Did you guys-
guest because I feel like you will give it more passion because of the lack of knowledge
Well, look,
on my behalf.
you got to help me hold on, as Travis Tritt says.
You weren't expecting to get me with that one. But I really did love to help me hold on. I
Come on
love
now.
that song,
Come
dog.
on now.
What was the one? I can't hide the way I feel
About you.
You
anymore.
Oh, that's one.
Huh?
Bring a tear to a glass eye. Hey, let's introduce our guest.
Well, this next it's time for 15 minutes of flame.
Oh, there's that picture of me I so love.
You love with your Tasmanian devil
Look at it.
tattoo.
Look at it. It's still there. No, I think I got it covered up. Yeah, I got that one covered up.
Where, if you have not heard us do this segment, if you're new to the show, we bring in somebody from the independent wrestling circuit, and this is a chance for Dogg to hear about him, learn about 15 minutes of flame.
I have heard a lot about this next individual. I just don't have a lot of personal knowledge, and that's what this is all about. So, Casio, I quit interrupting you, and I'll let you do your thing.
Well, you know Travis Tritt's from where the corn don't grow, but this young lady is eat up with corn, and we're going to get to that.
Oh.
She is 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Some people call her TROUBLE. Ladies and gentlemen, the conduit of karma, Kaia McKenna.
Kaia.
I promise I won't be too much TROUBLE for you.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. There
Although
we
you
go.
probably
There
met
she is.
nobody like a ME, a YOU.
Oh,
Yes.
You got a YOU? Is that how that song goes?
I think it
Yeah.
is. Oh, yeah. Now I don't know how that part goes. Yeah, but it does say, YOU.
And nothing
What
about
in the world you do in the world? Whatever the hell.
Another good-looking mama too. That's
Yes, there it is.
Oh, a good looking. If I would have hit good
Yeah.
looking mama too, we would have
Another
got it.
good looking mama too. Okay, so what we supposed to talk about wrestling, from what I understand.
I like Travis Tritt too, but we can definitely.
So,
talk
so,
about wrestling.
so, Kaia, I'm just going to ask you how long you've been working.
Oh my gosh, I have been working for 3 years, but I was out for a year and a half with a shoulder injury. So really,
okay.
maybe like about 2 right about now, if that's fair to say. 'Cause
Yeah. Did you have surgery on your shoulder?
I did.
I'm from Nova Scotia, so I say things differently.
No, I did. It was about a year
I'm
and a half.
not.
Yeah.
So you did have surgery on it.
I did.
And
I got it all.
and do you have full range of motion, everything?
Sure do.
Good for you.
Nice.
Man.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah. Well, you're young. You know what I mean? And so that you're kind of pliable when you're young. Like you could break and kind of heal quicker.
It's also like how much you put into it and recovering, right? Like
Of
some
course.
people
Yeah. And
put
how
full
smart
effort
you
in.
are when you do it.
Yeah. So I was
I
just
just-
very diligent.
I just snorted pain pills. But anyway,
Times have
I
changed.
wouldn't advise doing that, Kaia. I wouldn't advise
Oh,
doing
do
that.
physical therapy.
Yeah. Do what y'all kids do these days. Don't do the North Dallas 40 version that I did. Hey, so where do you work right now?
So I am based out of Maryland. So I work a lot of Jersey, New York, like that area.
Do you do the what are they what's MLW or what do they do?
I have
up
not
there?
had the fortune of doing MLW just yet, but it's
Okay.
on my list for this year.
Okay.
I work New England. I'll do Beyond Wrestling.
Oh,
and
it's
that way.
MCW. I screwed
Oh,
that
and
up.
I actually have worked for MCW. I've worked for Dan there. He's wonderful.
Dan's great.
Yeah, Corporal Punishment. Dude,
Yeah.
I've known Corporal Punishment for probably 30 years. And that's just the truth.
He's such a great
I
dude.
got a chance to hook up with him again, and I'm sorry I'm wasting your 15 minutes. Let's give her 17 minutes,
I'll
Truck.
pause it.
I'm hearing 17 minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, it got a chance to hook up with him again during the Ric Flair stuff, and what a pleasure he is. But anyway, enough about him. So you worked for him a couple of times?
I have. I've worked for him. I'll work up in New England. I'll do Beyond and Blitzkrieg Pro. I'll work in
Okay.
the Midwest for Dreamwave, SCW Pro.
Oh, yeah.
Around WrestleMax in St. Louis. I go down south. I work for Matt Griffin at Action. I'm
Oh,
working
wow.
for Carino at PWF. I've really just tried to prioritize.
Who
not getting
Carino?
stuck in one Spot.
Who Carino?
Colby Carino.
Colby Carino. So what does he do?
He's a wrestler.
No, I know
yeah.
Colby. I know
Um,
Colby. I just didn't know does he have a little
Yeah, there's like a
territory
small
or a
little
little.
promotion down there. He has a hand in.
Oh, okay,
making ones.
awesome,
There's, like,
awesome. I was
PWF,
unaware of that.
Premier Wrestling Federation. It runs in Newport, North Carolina. So I'm going to debut there on the 26th.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow!
Yeah.
Wow. Say that one more time.
I will be debuting there on the 26th of January.
For what was it called?
Premier Wrestling Federation, PWF.
PWF.
Here we go.
Yeah, there it is. All the Carinos are probably behind that. There's a whole family of them. I don't know if
Allison
you knew
has
that.
always been very good to me.
She's great. She's actually the only one I like.
She's such a good
I'm just
mentor.
kidding. I'm just kidding. That's a jab at Steve because I know he'll take it personally. I'm just kidding, Steve. I love you. So
ask her where she trained. You're gonna love that.
Oh, where did you train?
I trained at Black and Brave with Seth and Merrick.
Oh,
Who is Merrick?
Merrick Brave was
Ooh.
Seth, Tyler Black's tag partner when they worked the Independents.
I was not aware of that.
And is a very, very close, dear friend of his.
Wow. Well, I knew he had the place there, but I wasn't aware of the tag partner situation correlation. But that's super cool. So, do you mind if I ask? I'm not going to ask how much it was. I'm not going to ask anything like that. But what was your training like? Was it a scheduled training regimen, and then you got a date where you got to wrestle, or how did that play out?
12 weeks. They really want you to be in shape. They want you to be an athlete.
Yeah.
Because it's very important in this business.
Yeah, because you should be in here,
yes.
right?
I agree.
Yeah.
They want you to be able to keep yourself and your opponents safe. They have a 12-week program. It is very extremely structured. I know Merrick has a whole syllabus that he goes off of as to like the order in which they teach everything. So it all compounds and builds upon what you learned the previous weeks. It's not just arbitrary shit. Pardon my French, but when you go to training,
I speak a lot of languages.
You guys want to do some roles today? Okay, well, let's run this spot. Who wants to learn something? Oh, you want to learn drop kicks? Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
None of that. Very regimented, and it's they're very hands-on, and they want to make sure that we are all capable of being very successful when we leave there.
And I think that's a smart business plan, right? Mm-hmm. We send you out into the world, and you don't bury our name with you by paralyzing somebody or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it ain't ballet. And so, look, I love to hear that because if you've ever seen this or listened to me before, I wasn't professionally trained. Like I just trained with my brothers and stuff. But then I met people like X-Pac was my first interaction to like somebody who was properly trained, and it was a whole different world. You know what I mean? And so nowadays that safety that you just talked about, in my opinion, is the biggest reason to get properly trained and professionally trained. And it's not only to protect yourself, but to protect others, like you just said. And so, man, that's really cool. How much was it? No, I told you I wasn't going to ask that.
So they have a website you can look up. I did also want to add, I think what sets their program apart, because like the physical get in the ring part of wrestling is what it is. It's like doing the tango, there's doing the wrestling, right?
Yeah.
The thing that really sets it apart is the psychology component that Seth brings to the table, the way he thinks about wrestling, the structure of wrestling, like the order in which things need to happen in the match in order for things to make sense, to build to things, to tease and revisit, to tell stories over a series of matches. Just that in-depth psychology lesson that we get throughout the program really, I think, sets us apart, because everybody does the physical part, but not a lot of people really understand like the why or the when or the how. Wow. And I think that's the biggest competitive advantage, is just having him as a resource. And he's just this brilliant wrestling mind that thinks of this business in the way nobody
agreed 100%. How what word can I use? How approachable and how available was he during your 12 weeks?
Very available. I mean, I trained during the pandemic too, so I think he had a little bit more time to be there. He's always there for the classes. He's always involved. And I know that post graduating, like, he's been a great resource. I can send him a match for a review. I can send him a message about a question I have. Like, I don't think this is hitting, or this is a problem I'm having, or how can I maximize this spot or this move, or I feel like I'm stuck. Like, he's always available, and he does get back to you in a pretty reasonable time frame. So
I tell you what, that is deep, Ogre, because I don't hear people talking about wrestling the way you're talking about it. So I'm already impressed with whatever they're teaching over there, or whatever they're putting in the water. But because there is more to it. And look, I also love the part that you said about, look, the wrestling is the wrestling. Mm-hmm. Because if you want to be quite honest, and I say this a lot, that's the part that matters the least. It's all about character. It's all about storytelling. It's all about the glitz and glamour. But man, the wrestling is it's cool to learn and to be safe and to not hurt everybody. It's not just cool, it's mandatory. But man, it's just it's not the important part. So when you said like that's like the tango, it is. You just change the moves every now and then and do the dance. But to start thinking at it on a level that you are is kudos to that school. What's it called again?
Black and Brave.
Black and Brave. Black and Brave. Because your team Black and Brave because you said like us. When
yeah,
you
we are. Exactly.
I love that. I love that. Hey, words matter.
And each other, you know?
Yeah, and that's ownership. So super cool to Black and Brave in Davenport, Iowa. Cool.
Did you go up there specifically to train with them?
I did because I had started wrestling in the backyard in Maryland. And I was like, this is not sustainable. If I want to have a career, I need to go get trained. It's fun. Trust me. I think the most fun you will ever have is yarding because there are no rules and you're just having fun. But again, not sustainable for a wrestling career. So I was looking at schools. And at the time I was living in Washington, D.C., there are plenty of good schools up in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York area, but with traffic, that's going to be like a 4 or 5 hour commute one way. I was working a full-time job, and I was like, okay, if I'm going to spend all this money, all this time, wear and tear on my car, like I'm just going to like go somewhere for 3 months and then not have to deal with the emotional toll of sitting in traffic every single day for 6 months or 9 months or a year, because a lot of wrestling programs don't do it in 12 weeks, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and
also that they're just the best that you could probably go to. So why wouldn't anybody want to go there?
Yeah. Well, you won't find any argument here. I don't know of any other commitment. Yeah, of course it does. Commitment on your behalf, but was it a culture shock for you to go from DC to Iowa?
Not really, because I'm from a smaller town in Maryland.
Oh, okay.
So it was very similar to that. I thought it was refreshing, honestly.
Yeah, that's where I was headed with that. I bet it was a breath of fresh air to get out of all that for a minute. And at least be able to calm down and focus on your wrestling. So that's super cool. So what have you done that you're really proud of in the industry that you can point us to watch and stuff?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So something that was really important for me, because I was a little bit of an ugly duckling when I started wrestling. I had to train very, very hard. Despite having an athletic background, it was not something that came very naturally. Okay. So I was kind of like at the bottom of the pile, but I worked really, really hard. And I was one of 29 women to make the PWI 500 when they decided to include women. And I thought that was such a cool thing.
Wow.
To get rid of. It's like, there's only one, there'll be many after, but there's only like one.
When did they start including, and why did they just start?
2021, yeah.
Why? And I was the first female Black and Brave graduate to make that list. So that
congratulations.
Really, thank you. And I know it's just a list, but to me that was a huge career thing because I think it spoke volumes to the work I had put in.
I still have the plaque that says PWI Tag Team of the Year. You know what I mean? Like I still have that. That stuff matters, especially in this phony baloney career where somebody said you were good enough that we said you were the best tag team here. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of real. You know what I mean? Like you won that contest. So that was a real vote. Hey, so you're also a witch from what I understand.
I am.
I was.
Were you a witch before you got to Iowa, and they enhanced it, or did you develop it there? Tell us about it.
I had been kicking around some things I didn't know what I wanted to do for a gimmick, but I know you can't just be like hot girl in hot outfit. Like there's, it's a thing. There's plenty of
there's
the indies right now.
There's a lot of them.
Of women on the indies that are hot girls in hot outfits that are athletic, but if you ask them like what their deal is, they're like, I don't know. I put an outfit on and I'm hot and I wrestle. And that's great. Like if that's you, that's great. But like for me, it goes a little deeper. I wanted something I could kind of build upon that maybe fans could connect with, that I could tell a couple of stories with along the way. So. I've always been a witch. My family are witches. My aunt's a high priestess.
Whoa! Can you get into that?
This is living the gimmick.
Yeah. Can you what does that mean? What does that entail?
She's the overlord of a coven of witches.
Oh no! I mean, like for you personally.
For me?
Like what do you do differently than I do every day? As a witch.
He looks for Eye of Newt a lot.
I don't want to. I know. I won't turn you into a newt, I promise.
Please don't.
That was one of my favorite signs a fan ever brought at one of my shows, by the way, was Kaia turned into a newt. And I was like, he got better. He got
yeah.
Yeah, he's back.
Bless his heart.
Anyways, I think that, not to get too deep on it, but one of the things that this practice has been good for me is a lot of people put a lot of blind faith in where their life goes, and they feel like they have no control, or they're very much at the bend or the whim of this whatever
Force,
it is.
Yeah,
this force that they have to like appease to get what they want out of life. And
yeah.
I do not think that that's the way at all. Our particular practice focuses very highly on like moon phases, like energy direction, and the idea of not manifestation, but setting intentions to achieve your goals and being a highly focused individual, like being able to turn off all the noise in your brain and really use that power that you have within yourself to make what you want happen. To like, just think of something 90, 100 times, just so hyper-focused that it just becomes existence. And that you're taking a more active role in what you get out of this life. You're not just like begging, asking, pleading, like hoping if you do enough of whatever that
that you get it. And so is it so much about or not so much, but it's more about living in now than if I live right now, I'll live forever? Or how does that, what's that? Is there an after?
I think it's about turning off all of the survival instincts we have, because we have all these different layers of senses, right? And the ones that are the sharpest are the ones that are pivotal to our survival. So our sight, our taste, you know, but there are so many of these like little tiny things that if you can just focus on putting energy into them and like develop those, like the ability to sense energy around you and read people and feel intuition, like that's a sense and a gift as well. It's just on the back burner because it's not critical to our survival.
Because I gotta get a coffee.
Being able to like be more intuitive, to like be able to feel and detect energies, to be a part of the different realms, to see across the veil, and to direct these energies to your favorable outcomes is more the focus of our practice.
Well, that's super. So many things you just said there are super cool, and so many that we can, like, that the phases of the moon affect stuff. Like, we kind of know that as a science. It doesn't just cause the ebbs and the tides, but it affects people and things and the full moons and all that. But it also. Okay, cool. That's all super cool to me. Like, I feel like that's all really. Casio, do you have any questions about that or anything?
I was just going to say, that's easy for you to dig into, right?
I mean, it translates as the gimmick to me because it can be very literal on the surface, easy read. She's a witch. I feed off the energy of the fans. If I'm a babyface, I rally. If I'm a heel, I still feed off that energy and I just get more aggressive, right? Like you can. On the surface, keep it very
any way you want. You can
also get very deep with it. So it's
for sure. And I think, I think you might get deep with it for some of your promos. You know what I mean? I think you should start thinking about that. And I'll tell you why. Bray Wyatt. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't a witch, he wasn't a gargoyle, he wasn't any of that. But his promos, to me, sometimes rambled and went in directions I didn't understand sometimes. But maybe that wasn't for me, but I think the more vague and deep it is a little bit, the cooler it is, I guess I want to say. You know what I mean? It's not that it's dark magic, and it's not that it's magic at all, but it's so Caesar Milan can control dogs because he can read their body language and he can exude an energy, and I know that to be true. I can't do that, but I know he can. I've seen him do it for years, and So I know that's a real thing. You know what I mean? And when you started talking about being able to read energies, that's the first thing that hit me was training a dog. You know what I mean? Because if you have it to train a dog, I guarantee you it's the reason for his success with humans too. Because the first person he was ever cleaning dogs for was Oprah Winfrey. And he was washing her dogs and taking care of her dogs out of his van. And he was illegal alien. But because he had illegal alien, he's not from outer space. He was he was illegally in the country at the time, but he got big friends and got, you know what I mean? And now he's a bazillionaire. But I guarantee you the very thing you're talking about here with reading those energies is what's made him successful in his line of work. And so, yeah, that's all super cool, man. Now I'm interested and I want to see how you're going to incorporate it in the character going forward. Do you have go ahead.
I love doing a promo that's like a spell. Like, because so many people like take a camera and they'll be like, I'm in my bedroom and I'm talking about this match and I'm going to kick somebody's butt and I'm awesome and I'm in my bedroom and I'm cool.
Yeah.
I love when a promoter gives me something I can like sink my teeth into, and I can do a spell as my promo. Like, I can do like a cauldron where I'm putting things in it, or I can just arrange materia in a certain way on the floor and like the candles. I feel like you can be very cinematic and very beautiful with it, and maybe even do like a voiceover instead of it's just you talking sometimes. And I like that because I think it's different, and I think it's really
do you know how to do that stuff technologically?
I do it okay. I will sometimes outsource it. I have a couple of friends that do video that I really like.
That's cool. Super cool.
But if it's just me doing it, like I can do it okay. But oh my god, if I had a whole production team, like it would be crazy. It would be crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I'll tell you who used to do that, and we actually started using them on the television show was Ali, Mustafa Ali. Yeah. He had a guy that did it. They would just do stuff on his off days, and I was like, this is incredible. We got to write him into a story just to put his stuff on TV. But where are you the champion anywhere?
I have never won a title in my wrestling career. It is on my 2024 list. I have 2 title matches coming up.
Well, let me just say this.
Many title matches. I have just never.
Corporal punishment. Put the title on the witch. You know what I mean? The witch is back.
Here's the deal. We are rooting for you. I could talk to you some more about the mentality of getting hurt. You get in the PWI top 500 and then you immediately get hurt and have to deal with that and missing a year and a half and just just that mental aspect.
Because like when you're out injured and there are all these people that are not injured and they're not doing anything, it just makes you angry and it fuels that fire for when you come back. All you can think is awesome. Like, if I wasn't injured, I would be here. I'd be wrestling here. I'd be trying to go there. I'd be helping out here. I would be like horseshit on the trail. I'd be everywhere. And these people are there are people that are in the same spot now that they were when I got injured. And they did nothing with that time that wasn't taken from them. And that kind of fuels me a little bit. Like going into this next year, like I got something to prove because like I'm not going to waste any of this time now that I have it.
But not everybody does that when they get hurt. So that speaks to your character and your passion.
Yes, it does. Well, and your drive for what you look, this is what you want. This is a dream you had and you're chasing it right now. And it sounds like you're not willing to get off the path. And so good for you. Where can we
tell us your social media.
Tell us all that stuff. If they're interested in
booking you, tell us that.
Everything.
Deal.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I got a pretty busy schedule coming up, and all of my social media is /Kaia MCK. So it's KAIA MCK. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, whatever. It's all the same handle, so I'm easy to find. I will be, like I said, I'll be in North Carolina PWF on the 28th of January. The 28th, not the 26th. I'm sorry. I will be at Action. Yeah, there we go.
Whoa!
Look at that. There's me. Look at me. Looking super witchy. Let's go.
Looking super witchy.
I will be at
You had a mask on in that one. Oh, that was a guy. I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
Was that Cruel? Who was that?
I think that might have been Cruel. Yeah, that is Cruel.
Cruel,
yeah, that is Cruel.
IWTV champion Cruel.
Every time Dog takes his glasses off, Don puts it back on the screen.
It's okay. I'm okay.
Action Wrestling on the 26th in Noonan, Georgia. I love working at Action. Last time I was there, I wrestled Billy Starks, so I'm really excited.
Who runs down there?
Who's running it?
Yeah.
Matt Griffin. JC North.
JC North.
NWA Wildside, yes.
Oh, is that right? JC North. He works as Australian Jack right out back. Hey, no, but Noonan, Georgia. That's where Alan Jackson's from.
Is it really?
Whoa.
Okay.
Yep. He lives way down yonder near the Chattahoochee. Anyway, let's...
I'll be at Wrestling Open in February, a couple of weeks up in Worcester. So those are Thursday nights. Stay tuned. I'll have that locked down for you as they get closer because it's a rotating thing every week. Yep. I have Pro Wrestling Magic where I'll be challenging Rebecca J. Scott for the championship on February 3rd.
It has magic in the name.
Yeah, I have Remarkable Wrestling, which is a promotion in New York. I'm wrestling Leela Gray for their championship on the 10th.
That's
and then
remarkable.
In Tri-State Wrestling, which runs in the Cincinnati area, I'll be wrestling Alexis Littlefoot there. And then I'll be at WrestleMax in St. Louis on February 24th. And I do not know my match there yet, but you should come out because KLD runs an amazing promotion there. It's super family friendly and just good, like old school, great wrestling. So please come see me in all these various places all over the country.
Can we put that her calendar up or something?
I have a
I don't know.
with all my dates on it. I can send to you.
Send it to us.
Do that, please. And we can send that out or share that or something, and that might help. We may do that going forward. Ask all our talent to do that, and it makes it easier for us to share their stuff and help them out in that way. So hey,
it reminds me of when bands would do like tour posters.
Yeah,
a lot of wrestlers do like the "you should book me" graphic, and I'm like, great, why? But how about here's where you can come see me, and then if somebody wants to book you, they see like, oh wait, Kaia doesn't have anything on the 12th. Let me hit her up.
There
and
we go.
Information on that. So that's kind of how I went.
The other way just seems hungry.
Yeah.
The other way is just a little bit. Hey, book me, please. Please.
Why? You gonna make me money? You gonna put some butts in my seat?
Hey, so are you happy with where your work is? I know we've probably gone way too long, and I'm sorry.
But that's fine.
I was not actually. This is a good question. I was not actually really happy with how my comeback went. I had all these grand plans to just take the world by storm, and I did not do that. I lost a lot of my matches. I just, didn't work the places I wanted to work. I had a lot of opportunities go to other people, and it was really, really hard for me because I had just put a year and a half of work in. So I was upset about that. And then,
understandably,
I'm getting back to it in 2024. It's okay. I feel like sometimes it takes a little bit of time to reinsert yourself into the ecosystem, but they're all going to know I'm here because in that time off, I had been working on, I was like, okay, what do I need to work on here? Like why am I not appealing? Like what am I dropping the ball on here? Not even like what other people are doing, but what could I do better? And I realized that I needed to have a mental shift in my intensity when I wrestle, that I might be this cute little bubbly witch, but I cannot be a cute little bubbly wrestler. I need to go in there and I need to rip people up and eat them alive, because at the end of the day, we all want to see a fight. And if it's a lot of hot girls, I'm rooting for the hot girl that's killing those other girls. I'm not rooting for the hot girl that's just there. So I had that shift in my mindset of like, I need to go out and kill. Like, I need to treat this like if I don't win this match, if I'm not in it to win this match, like, I'm not going to get what I want out of this. So 2020.
Well, let me say one thing. Don't worry about losing matches. It's not real. You make a statement in the loss, they'll have you back. And you'll be winning. You know what I mean? So don't sweat that. But what you do is you make them remember you. You become it's like LA Knight. He's you can't deny. He's undeniable now. You know what I mean? Like you
want to see him.
Yeah, and so that's when you talk about intensity, and probably not a great guy to talk about, but Benoit was one of the best workers I ever been in the ring with, because he barely touched you, but he looked like he was killing you with everything he did. And it was because of his own intensity. You know what I mean? It didn't matter what you were doing. You could be selling like horrible, but he looked so vicious. It looked like, and so that's. To hear to hear you say it, I'm going to focus on that is super cool, and you want to be the baddest bee in the ring, right? And so that's super cool, man. Look, we're going to let you go, Kaia. I'm super happy that you. I loved getting into the witch stuff, but I also love just hearing where you're at in your wrestling mind, more so than your body of work so far, and so. Head and shoulders above people I'm meeting with 2 years under their belt. That's for sure.
I had a good coach, so thank you.
Yeah, yes, you did. Yes, you did. He just happens to be the world heavyweight champion. So he's, I would say he's the best in the world, but like 18 people would get mad about that. So, but Kaia, thank you so much. You give the social media accounts one more time, please.
It's at Kaia MCK, so Kaia MCK, all platforms.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you guys for having me. I had a blast.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll see you on the road.
All right. Hopefully. Oh man, she's very interesting. Like very interesting and very she's a smart kid. Like,
I saw her.
She seemed like my child, but my child's really smart too. Bless her heart. But like she seemed like a young kid to be that smart.
Seen her work.
That came out wrong too. I'm sorry.
Seen her work many times, and it was you know what? When she was injured, that's when I was like, man, she kind of gets it. I saw her as much as she could help at the ring. She was running the merch table. She was being around the business, and not sitting at home going, woe is me, I'm hurt, I should be out there. Yeah. Like she said, people are skipping me in line. You know, instead of that, it's let me be seen. Let me learn these other aspects. Let me do this. Let me help the promotions that she was involved with. So great stuff. And thank you, Kaia, for coming on and hanging out with us. That was fun. All right, we went way too long. Well, it's all right. We got to ask Dog anything. Oh, okay. Cool. Here we go. So we can run through these. This whole episode is around you, the Dog Pound, for sending in your questions, and we appreciate that. You guys are sweet. Here we go. Let's hope they're good. Okay, before we say any more. Well, I mean, they're sweet. About them. I mean, I didn't say they were any good. I just said they were sweet. What's our first question, Dom? Zoe Lopez hit us up at You Didn't Know Pod, at Brian R.D. James, at the Casio Kid. Dog, what's your favorite on the road story of the late great China? When he sent that, it was her birthday at the end of the year. I'll be down on the 27th. You know, every time was great. We had a great time in South Africa. We had a great time in like everywhere. We had a great time, but for me, like the most things I remember is her and Hunter working out. Like I would be like on a recumbent cycle in a gym somewhere, just kind of like hungover or whatever. You know what I mean? Like hair of the dog, just took some pills or something. Now I'm going to sit right here till Billy's done working out so we can go eat. And just watching them do like squats and then puke in a garbage can and then retape their knees and rewrap their knees and go do it again. And you just go like, what is happening here? And it's just, she's just incredible. She was an incredible human being. I miss her. I know a lot of people do. I know she's, people who didn't meet her, she's, of course, her character is very intense. Yeah. And was she funny? She was hilarious. Great hang? She was hilarious. She was one of, that's what I always say, and I know it may be sexist or a cut down or whatever, but I don't mean it that way. She was one of the boys. Like she was one of the boys. I didn't know her and Hunter were dating for like a really long time because I never saw her that way as like a person that was going to date one of us. You know what I mean? Like she was just one of us. It wasn't, I don't know. I can't explain it. But like, then I found out they were dating. It was like, oh, okay, cool. That's cool. Nothing's changing, right? Nothing changed. You know what I mean? Everything just stayed the same. But yeah, she was super funny. Super funny. Great sense of humor. All right, what do we got next, Dom? KJ Roscoe hit us up. He said, let's say Casio was a babyface. What would his super cool and immediately over catchphrase be? And Dog, how would you spin his lame catchphrase and use it against him before hitting him with the shimmy and the quick jabs to his dome piece? Thanks for being my favorite pod. Thank you, KJ. Yeah, thank you. Well, so I think your catchphrase oh God. Is it's got to be lame. I'm gonna get you. That's your catchphrase. Well, people online say I say "come on" a lot. Come on. Oh, come on. But maybe, yeah, we're gonna go. I say it with a dip. I'm gonna get you. You get over here, Road Dog. I'm gonna get you, man. I'm gonna get you. So I'm gonna get you is your catchphrase, and then I'm gonna say I'm gonna get you. No, I said suck it, domo arigato, something like that. So I don't know. I don't know if that's acceptable, but that's what I'm going with. You come on out here with your ass slam. I'm gonna get you. Oh, this like my bottom lip. I'm gonna snuff you out. I'm gonna pass out here in a minute. All right, what do we got next? Ollie Jacobs. By the way, Ollie tweets us all the time, and in my head, it's that dog, and he's talking to us. That's in his profile pic, and I love it. Well, he tagged Sin Bodie in it. Yeah, well, because he was going to ask about Kiz Arnie. And he said, I want to ask Dog his thoughts on Kiz Arnie.
Yeah. No, look, I love Sin Bodhi. Championship Sin Bodhi. I actually said he should have a job here. I've been talking about that. And when I say here, I mean on the podcast show. No, I mean in WWE. Like, I think he's a brilliant mind in the industry. And I like the guy. I like the guy a lot. I've used him several different times on a project I worked on. And so anyway, he's one of the funniest dudes. And we'll have him on for sure. Though we need to have him on, by the way.
He one of my favorite moments of Ric Flair's last match is having to go get him firecrackers for his entrance.
Oh yeah.
And then somebody goes, they realized he needed firecrackers, and it was like, who can go somewhere? And everybody's like, we're busy. We're busy.
Yeah.
And then so finally I was like, I don't know, but I'll handle it. I'll take it off. So we found this just a volunteer that was like, I want to do something. I just want to be involved. We're like, okay, you have to go find firecrackers. And he's like, do what? What?
Did they end up letting him pop them?
No, the fire marshal, he came out, he's all ready, and they're like, no, you're not doing firecrackers. That's called pyro. And we don't, and he's like, no, it's just firecrackers. That's pyro. That's a fire hazard.
Yeah, that was great.
That was awesome. All right, what do we got next? Uncle Jay 89. He says, if you could have a proper retirement match with anyone, who would it be and why?
Well, it would have already happened a long time ago. I can tell you that much. Or it would not matter who I was. Father Time.
You're saying there's not a maybe one.
There's not a future retire match happening.
Okay.
I can assure you of that. But probably Billy. You know what I mean?
One-on-one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, he's stiff as crap, so he probably hurt me. But it was my last match, so I didn't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's all, you don't have to recover. You're just
you just lay up.
All right, what do we got?
From all that retirement match money.
Yeah. No firecrackers, though.
No.
No pyro. Coach Rosie, what's up?
Rosie.
What's up, Josh? He said, what is a common mistake new wrestlers should correct as a New Year's resolution? Ooh.
Man, looking to the crowd.
What do you mean?
I just feel like you don't look to the crowd in the middle of your comeback. You know what I mean? Like there's a time. Yeah. Okay. Let me rephrase that. There's a time and a place for you to acknowledge the crowd. And when it's like, and this is hard to articulate, in the comeback, there's a moment where you drop the guy, you shoot him in, reverse, do something, boom, and he falls into the buckle, and your thing is a big thing in the buckle, so you can kind of go, oh, you know what I mean, or whatever. This is okay to do with them, like let them hit, but your focus is on your opponent. You know what I mean? Like if you're in a bar fight, you're not going to look to see what the DJ's thinking. You know what I mean? You're going to focus on the guy you're fighting, and so I guess it goes further than stop looking at the crowd and start acting like the fight's real you're in. But that's it. Add reality to your repertoire.
I thought you were going to bring up what we talked about with Kaia as well. Don't look at the win-loss column.
Oh yeah. Well, look,
have your match, and that'll speak for anything.
This is my personal opinion. If and I've said it a million times, and this may get us trending. The other thing about Billy and Crooners, or this may, wins and losses don't matter. Jim Cornette will have a coronary, and and he'll say my dad's rolling over in his grave, and I'll say no because I know him better than you do, and like it's just not gonna. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. If I got beat on Monday Night Raw when I was the Road Dogg, and then the next Monday the Road Dogg came out, they still said every word with me. It wasn't like, oh, he lost, he sucked, I'm not watching him again. You know what I mean? It doesn't, and people kind of know it's not real too. So I don't know. I don't think wins and losses matter. And I'm stupid for thinking that. I know, whatever. I mean, you think whatever you want to about me, but Hunter never, I don't know. It just doesn't matter.
Do you think it is even less important or the same amount of non-important on the indie circuit? Because I don't think it's even as important as when you're on a bigger scale, because I just go out to the indie show and I remember who impressed me. I don't
exactly.
I never
Not
look at
whether
my
they
buddy and go,
won
what's their record coming in?
Yeah, or what's their finish? I wonder if she can kick out of there. She scouted her finish. Like, okay, for one thing, nobody knows your finish, and for another thing, nobody cares. You know what I mean? But to your point, when I show up, show out. And then I talk about you the next time. I talk about you in between the times. And all of a sudden, the girl that lost last time is back again. And this time we're going to put the title on her because she was so impressive last time. And that's what you do. And you make yourself undeniable. And you can do that on a nightly basis. And that's, I don't know. That's I can't do it for you, and I can't explain it to you, but I can tell you to do it. And if you know how, then you can do it. You know what I mean? And you go out and you get over. You don't go out and go over because it doesn't matter. And that's what people talk about all the time. You may have gone out and got over and lost the match. And you know, I'll utilize this one. Not a couple weeks ago, Ivy Nile had a match with Rhea Ripley, the champion. Now, Ivy Nile didn't win the match, and I don't think a lot of people thought she was going to win the match, but she made a name for herself in the match. You know what I mean? And so she showed that she belongs here and that she belongs in between the same 4 turnbuckles that Rhea dances in. And so, to me, that's a huge victory on both a personal and professional level. Sorry if you're going to cry about losing the fixed wrestling match. You know what I mean? Like, I think you got your priorities mixed up, if that's what's important to you. But anyway, that's just me. Call me crazy.
Let's get into the next question on a Ask Dog Anything.
Ask Dog Anything.
You didn't know? Oh, Victoria Wedgeko, hashtag fake lady. She said, is it easier to get over as a babyface or a heel? Did you have a preference?
Well, I think it's easier to get over as a heel, to be quite honest with you. It's probably harder to stay over as a heel because when you get over as a heel, you're turning babyface. You know what I mean? The act of Jeff Jarrett was, everybody goes, oh, he sucked. Yeah, because he was a really good heel. Like, you never liked him. You know what I mean? Like, that means he was really good at his job. If the heel gets over, 9 times out of 10, they turn him babyface. That's what DX was, the heels, right? So we're such heels that it begins to be cool. You know what I mean? And that was the timing too of that era and everything. But yeah, I do believe. Can we call her Fady from now on? Fake lady. Let's just do Fady.
She even used the hashtag fake lady.
Did you?
Yeah. So it's a thing now.
She's
hashtag
a good
fake
sport.
lady is
Thank
out
you,
there,
ma'am, for being a good sport with us frigging idiots. But yeah, no, I think I just think it's easier to get to cheat and win because it's shortcuts and it's easier to do that. With the babyface, you got to fight from underneath and stay alive. And if the person's not interested, they don't give a crap. It's harder for you to perform. You know what I mean? Because you're not getting that energy that Kaia was talking about earlier. I might be a witch now. I'm not sure because I responded with energies in the room and ring and all of the above. So, yeah, it's easier to get over to me as a heel, but man, what you want to do is be over as a babyface because that's where the merchandise comes in. But also that's where the young ladies and the merchandise come in.
Well,
or older men. I'm not sure how you're doing it, Casio.
Well, speaking of older men, Dog.
Oh.
52% of men over 40 experience some form of ED between the ages of 40 and 70.
I hate Ed.
This is the merchandise that will get you over in the bedroom, my friends. And that's our friends over at Hims.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, there's no better way to say this. If you want to have better sex, but erectile dysfunction is getting in the way, you're not alone. Like we said, millions of men are dealing with the hardships of ED, and Hims is changing men's health care by providing access to affordable and discreet sexual health treatments, all from the comfort of your couch. If you are listening or watching this podcast, you have access to men's health care changing by Hims, my friend. Hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers. So if ED is getting you down, it's time to change that with our friends over at Hims.
Get on up.
Oh,
I said, get up. get on up. I said, get on the scene. Get on up like a sex machine. Get on up. Get up. Get on. Yep. Hey, changing lives, changing relationships for the better.
That's it. That is it. So here's how you can do that. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/OUDK. That's the letters, 4 letters, O, the letter U, the letter D, the letter K. That's HIMS.com/OUDK for your personalized ED treatment options. That's hims.com/OUDK. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. And we want to thank Hims for not only changing men's healthcare, but for supporting us over here at Oh You Didn't Know.
Thank you, Hims.
All right, let's get into another question. What's our next one?
Another question.
Blaine the Hoagie Man.
Makes me hungry.
Hey, man, I love a good hoagie.
Me too.
He said, Dog, how many times is too many times to switch between babyface and heel, or does it vary by the individual?
Yeah, I think the Bagel Man has got it right. What was he, the Donut
Hoagie
King?
Man.
Hoagie Dog. Hey, he's right, because it varies by the person. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a set time, but the individual himself or herself, it depends on, you know what I mean, their longevity. I mean, Chris Jericho's been both 100 times, you know what I mean? And you don't seem to get sick of that. I don't anyway. It seems like he reinvents himself every time. So I think, like you said, it varies from person to person. But yeah, in the wrestling world, the magic number is 3 in my mind.
Of switching back and forth?
Well, for everything, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a rule of thumb. But no, I've never in my life thought about, oh, I've already switched twice, I can only do this one more time, or I shouldn't switch twice, or you know what I mean? That's never come up. But totally would depend on the individual.
What you think it's harder for a person to stay heel their entire career, or harder for a person to stay babyface?
Babyface.
Because at some point the flame goes out and you got to figure out how to reinvent it.
Dude, John Cena is an enigma. I said enigma. I said enigma because he is. I mean, everybody went, oh, now's the time to turn him heel. Now's the time to turn him heel. Nope, never. Even Hogan turned heel. You know what I mean? Like the ultimate babyface. Sergeant Slaughter turned heel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody's turned almost.
I'd like for some. Oh no, we're not doing this live. Sorry. I was going to ask for people to put up some people who have been who were like baby faces the whole time.
Leave that in the comment section on YouTube.
Yeah, please. And because my dad was a turned heel one time in Continental, and he was a good heel, but they needed him back as a babyface, so he came back. But he turned. Dominic drops Rey Mysterio's name. That's true. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
Flip side, who's a heel their entire life? It's Flair. You think Flair was a heel the whole time?
Nah.
Because later we appreciated him more?
Yeah, he wasn't a heel the whole time. Even when he was a heel.
Harley?
There was that time. Harley. Yeah, maybe Harley.
God, he don't even look like it. Like, he don't even look like he could get away with trying to be a baby face. You know what I mean? He just, when you think heel wrestler, you go, boy, that Harley Race looks like a heel wrestler. I don't know what they're supposed to look like, but it's that guy.
That's it.
That'd be good. King Kong, was he ever good? King Kong Bundy?
I don't think so.
All right, leave that in the comment section. That's a good one to stir everybody up. Drop us a comment. Let us know. Think of people who were just baby faces their entire careers or just heels. I dare you to think of one of each. If you can think of one of each that we haven't mentioned, drop that in the comment section.
Please do.
We greatly appreciate it. Let's keep the show rolling. What's the next question? Rachel B. Not really a question. I just wanted to remind people that ain't nobody meaner than Tamina. Side note, I'm proud to be one of the probably 10 women that listens to the spot. It's my favorite. Well, she's right on all accounts there.
Oh, Rachel B. I love Rachel B. I don't even know who she is, but that is phenomenal.
We have a second fake lady now tweeting us. All right.
Yeah, that one might be fake.
The only stretch Rachel B said was that there's 10 women. There's no. You're number 2, and that's it. I
you're
think.
2. You're dose.
No,
you're Fady Dose.
No, I don't think y'all got anybody else in your clan. It is just 2 as of now.
If you do, we should organize some shirts or something.
Oh, we should figure that out.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got next?
Apparently nothing. Oh,
look, it's you 3. It's Billy,
it's
you,
me.
and Hunter. And it said, "What did you enjoy being a heel or a babyface?"
So it's much funner to be a bad guy. It's just, for me, it is. It's just much funner to be sneaky and be and then be chicken crap. You know what I mean? Just really, really turn it on and then be afraid when the guy starts coming back. Like there's something to that bold and brash guy that once the dude starts coming back. Gunther's great at it. Gunther's great at it. Is a big bully that then sells like a, you know what I mean? Like, stop hitting me. And it's just great to watch. So anyway, I like being a heel.
All right, what do we got next? I'm watching the 1999 Royal Rumble. This is from Josh Henney. It says, "You're coming out first in a match. Did you prefer large stages or smaller ones like this one? My guess, the smaller stage allows for more fans to attend.
Yeah.
I like the smaller stages, especially in PLEs, but larger for weekly TV." What's your thoughts on that, Dog?
Look, I always loved I love a stage. You know what I mean? And I know they can bring some more people in if they don't have that stage and just have a runway or an entranceway or something. But I love a stage. I always love to go out on that stage and you can go over there and go over there. And I don't know. It's just something about having that platform. But I also liked when they used to have the special ones for different pay-per-views and stuff. But now you got that digital wall that you can literally put anything on. So it's I think they've got the best of all worlds now.
Yeah, I think it's one of the cool things about Mania is you go, I want to see what this stage is going to look like.
What this going to look like?
It's always changing. It's never the same. And you go, how are they going to tie it into the city?
It's going to have a mile-long ramp.
Yeah, something's always new for Mania stage and ramps. So you're always excited for that. That's the first one I think of course. All right, what do we got next? Dog, how was it when you had to work with or against Undertaker?
Good question, Anthony. Was it Anthony Stossel? Was it any relation to
Anthony Strassi Jr.
Strassi.
His friends called him Strauss Dog.
Okay, Strauss Dog. What up, Strauss Dog?
Strauss Dog.
People called me Road Dog before. They called me that
he's
once.
Strauss Dog. You're all related?
I used to love working with Undertaker. For one, he's a great worker, and like you never hurt you, and he's fun to be in there with, and it's good. It was just the height of the Attitude Era, and you're standing in the ring, and the lights all go out in the building, and gong, and it's sold out, and it's just a feeling that you can't. There's no drug in the world that gives you that. And so anyway, super cool. Always working with Taker.
All right, what do we got next? Oh, the real thick shady. Yes. By the way, he's the author. The author.
Yes, that's all Lytle.
He says, what is that? Yes, that's Al Lytle. Maybe that's his name. He says, what superstars from Bullet Bob's era would be a fit for current day and vice versa?
Wow. What superstars from that era? Man, I don't know. Probably the, Dusty, of course, would be over at any time. You know what I mean? Because he was like a man of the people. Like he spoke like the people. You know what I mean? You felt like he was a man of the people. So he would have, and I think some of the big heels would have Blackjack Mulligan and stuff like that. Like the big heels like that would work today still, because a big bad dude is a big bad dude, and if you know what you're looking at, you can recognize, that dude's bad. So yeah. I don't. It's so fast and high flying now. I'm trying to think of anybody that was ahead of their time during that era. And I'm sure there's a million names people from the Northeast will be going, yeah, Dominic DeNucci. And,
he also was, it's tough because he was also in the ring with guys who went on to make it. And even, Flair and Race they all could have got over it. Arn Anderson and who they beat. They had the big feud with the Fullers.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Yeah. So look, it's
Roddy. He had a big feud with Roddy.
He had a great. My dad had a great feud with Roddy in Georgia Championship Wrestling. That's. Oh, good. It's time to check in for my flight already. I just landed.
Do you think the Mongolian Stomper could have made it?
Oh, yes. Yes. Because even in today's climate, Mongolia is still kind of out there, right? They're still kind of
I have no idea of anything about Mongolia.
Me either.
Absolutely no idea. Which means they could be a secret villain from there.
I imagine Attila the Hun or the Mongolian Stomper. Like, those are the two evil people I imagine.
What about
from that neck of the woods?
Who else did your dad have a feud with? What was his name?
Next question.
Joss LeDuc.
Oh, Joe LeDuc.
Oh, Joe LeDuc.
Joe LeDuc, yeah, big Canadian lumberjack.
Joss LeDuc.
He ordered the one side of the Waffle House menu.
What?
That's
really?
Yeah, and he drank the syrup.
What?
Yeah, that's a story my dad always told. He would drink. I don't know.
I'm apparently related to Joe LeDuc.
I don't know if it's true. I don't know if he really did it, but my dad told me he did. So
I was about to say, of all the rumors that could be going around about you, that's a good one. That's
one. Like, he ordered this side of it,
and then I wouldn't deny. Hey, is it true you eat one half of the Waffle House and then drink the syrup? Yeah.
What I remember about Joe LeDuc is he got color a lot, and his head was very cut up. And my dad, he was coming to ride with my dad, and my dad had that kind of Cadillac at the time where you hit the button and the trunk would open, you know what I mean? And so he was going to put his bag in my dad's car, and the trunk opened and hit him in the head. He just started bleeding all over the place. Like we were just trying to leave for the show. Anyway, I think my mom had to go get a towel.
And by the way, your dad's one of the only few people to ever pin clean in the middle.
Yeah.
Mr. Sterling Golden.
Yeah. And if you don't know who that is, it's Ron Golden. I don't know who it is.
It's Hulk
either.
Hogan.
Oh, Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. You remember when Sterling used to come out and go, "Get on here! You skid on here, bullet Bob Roll. You skid on out." That was Sterling Golden.
Oh, yeah, it sure was.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. All right, what do we got?
I'm sorry. Now I'm trying to do my other job.
We need to figure out how to a Hulk Hogan t-shirt.
Hull, Hull.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan
Hulk
t-shirt.
Hogan.
Yeah, we need to.
Oh, here we go.
What do we got?
It's a question.
Florida Man, Dave and the HSV. Why did we never see a follow-up to the Rhodey and William Shatner? Obviously, you deserve some revenge on that old alien Star Trek nerd guy.
Yes. True. Funny story. Might have been drunk. He might have been drunk when me and Whiskey Willie Shatner went at it. It was Jeff versus Bret Hart on I think it was Raw. And Shatner was there promoting something, and we went over what we were going to do, and we talked about it. And then I said, "Okay, so do you have any?" And he said, "No, just talk about this one more time." And he said it back, but he said it back to me wrong. And I said, "No, sir, we're going to do the." He was going to throw me out of the ring in his scenario, and then run my head into the turnbuckles 3 times. And I said, "No, sir, if you throw me out of the ring, I won't be in there for you to run my head into the turnbuckles. So you're going to do that first. Then I'll stagger out to the middle, and then you throw me out of the ring." no, that's not what we said we were going to do. So it got to the point where I wanted to go, listen, you dumb old mother. But I said, we're coming to a dead end here. This is not going well. Finally Vince just stepped in and said, what are we doing? And I was like, yeah, we're going to do this. And he was like, no, sir, we're not doing that. And Vince was like, yeah, you have to do that, sir. That's how it has to happen. And he was like, oh, okay, good. And I was like, yeah, so shut up and listen to me, dog. And then he put the nerve hold on me. No, but then he went out there and was great. And it was great. And it actually got me, I started on the road that weekend because of my performance with said William Shatner, is when I walked back through the curtain and Shawn Michaels was standing there with Vince. And they were like, he's got to go on the road with Jeff.
Yeah. How about that? How about that?
So I was speaking negatively of the Shat, and I shouldn't have been because he helped me out.
You love Shat.
I love the Shat. You know what I mean?
Everybody knows that.
Yes.
Everybody knows that. Here's what else you love.
I Shat. Anyway.
What's that?
Nothing.
Here's what else you love.
What?
You love the WWE shop new affiliate partnership with Fanatics.
Fanatics.
Man,
it's where I get my college football gear as well, and now I can get my WWE merchandise from Fanatics also. Like it's a one-stop shop for all the things I need with all my sports.
Plus, here's what they've done. They've partnered up with us, dog. It's an easy way to support your favorite podcasts, like, Oh, You Didn't Know, and shop for official WWE gear. All you've got to do is use our special website, shopwrestlingmerch.com, or hopefully you're watching along with us. There is a QR code that you can scan. Boom, it's up on the screen now. Check that out and get the description below for the link. Plus, we're going to have it on all of our socials as well. Yeah. Shop with confidence for your favorite WWE superstar tees like No Yeet, hoodies, caps, belts, and more with the WWE shop. And use our special link, shopwrestlingmerch.com, to support the show. It's real easy. Hold your phone up, scan that little QR code, screenshot it, save it for later. It's real easy to do. You can gear up for all the swag. You got a show coming towards your city.
Yeah,
you can already be wearing the merch when you get there. Get your belt, get your duffel bag, get your cups, get your hats.
You walk in that B looking like the champion yourself.
There we go. All with our friends over at Fanatics and the WWE shop. ShopWrestlingMerch.com or scan that QR code. And we appreciate Fanatics for supporting Oh, You Didn't Know.
Thank you, Fanatics.
All right. We got just a couple more questions. We're going to get our top dog in here in our thankful minute as well.
All right, mate.
What do we got? Let's go ahead and wrap up our questions first. Brian Gerard, is he...
my name is literally Brian Gerard. I spell it Girard, but my name is Brian Gerard James. I think his name is Brian Gerard, but I could be incorrect, and I could be talking to myself right now and asking myself a question.
Did you ask yourself this question?
Yeah.
Who's better, James Mitchell or Gary Hart?
Oh, man. Well, look, I know James better than I did Gary Hart. I know Gary Hart was a manager back in the day, and I know he moved around from territory to territory, so I know he was a famous manager, but I didn't get to see him that much. I saw James Mitchell perform a lot, and I thought James Mitchell cuts a really good promo and has a really good manager promo face, and I don't know. James Mitchell's really good, so I'm going to go with James Mitchell. I hope I didn't disappoint you.
Speaking of, we always go back to our Ric Flair's last match recently. Got to see him there. Such a nice dude, man.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Hey, and look, I've spent a lot of really bad times with him, and I've spent some really great times with him because we've been up and down the road together. So yeah, that's why I'm going to pick him. I got we ain't got no future, but we damn sure got history.
Did you see his recent promo for the?
I did not.
Yeah. You need to watch that. It got him in trouble. Trouble.
Well, no, I'm not going to watch it.
He was doing fake blow, and it really got him.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that part.
Well, it was a great shot. He had girls dancing around him. I mean, it was a great little segment. But
Yeah.
probably a few slap
But
on
you
the
know what
wrist
I
after
love?
that.
You know what I love? He was doing fake blow.
Well, I'm giving him credit. There.
No, I didn't. Well,
Give him powdered sugar.
yeah, could have been. I'd snort that.
Yeah, it wouldn't. And
He didn't pay them girls with cash. he was paying with powdered sugar.
yeah, they just got some donuts for the
All
show.
right.
That was left over on his shirt. You know.
Good for them.
I think we got maybe one more. Here we go.
All right.
Rachel B's
Rachel
back.
B.
Now she said, I think Shane O'Mac needs a redemption return. His last two didn't really go too well.
Yeah.
Let's see him in 2024.
Okay. I mean, I got no qualms with that. But at some point you do go like, okay, every time I come back, I keep blowing stuff out of my body and hurting things and maybe I shouldn't do that crap anymore.
I'd like to not be in concussion protocol, or I'd like to have my quads.
Yeah. So that's my vote. Is just chill until the next episode. Let these young kids do it, man.
He's one of those guys that has to go to the extreme.
Oh, he has to.
We expect it now.
But it's also in his DNA. You know what I mean? It says his DNA that he just can't half-ass it. He's going to go to the wall, through the fire, through the limit, through the wall. I don't know. Shaka Khan. We'll gladly risk it all.
So you went old school. You went Shaka Khan. I was taking the sample that Kanye used. See, different generation there.
Yeah, 'cause you're younger than me. That's what you're saying, and I'm fat too. Sorry.
Is that all our questions? Because those sounded like questions to me, and I didn't know how to answer them. I thought this was Ask Dog.
Yeah, it is, but sometimes it's let Dog beat himself up for 5 minutes.
Hey, before we get to our Top Dog segment, which in the last few weeks has caused a stir, and you were trending on the internet.
Let's see what happens.
Before we get to that, though, let's promo boxofgimmicks.com. You can get our exclusive merchandise there. We got items going up all the time. Let's see what Dom's got for us this time. What are we slinging up? The Dark Secret.
The Dark Secret from Smoky Mountain Wrestling fame.
From greatest rival.
From anyone's guess. And the Dark Secret was that I was Brian Armstrong wrestling in Smoky Mountain when his father was the commissioner. That was where Jim Cornette came up with the name, which speaks to his genius.
How did that mask fit?
Tightly.
Yeah, it looked not well.
Yeah, tight, but you could breathe through it pretty decent. But the bodysuit was all the way it was just the Bad Street when Brad was Bad Street with Michael Hayes. It's just the Bad Street outfit turned inside out. Yeah, it was totally bootleg. But I worked in that thing for a while. When I was in the Marine Corps, I worked in it a lot.
How about
because
that?
I didn't want to be Brian Armstrong. I don't know. I'm just making this crap up. I don't remember.
Was that it, or we have another piece of merch?
No, we had to. Pragmatic.
Better than
Look at that.
Wild Beastie Boys Illmatic.
Yeah.
Well, I got so much heat for that.
For what?
I said it was. I said Licensed to Ill and Beastie Boy. I got Illmatic and Licensed to Ill back.
Oh, you got heat flip.
And boy, on this, woo!
You're so stupid.
They let me. No, that's what I felt like.
That's what they told me.
Yeah,
they made
did.
sure I felt it and knew it, and I'm God bless me.
But you said Bullet Bob was pragmatic. That's what got us talking about it.
Yeah.
Now we've copied the. Excuse me. It just happens to look like the Illmatic.
Yeah.
Deal, and that you can get that.
We didn't copy
hoodie
that.
and a baseball tee. How about that?
I know, and I love that hoodie, bro.
Well, we know a guy.
I was thinking. Oh, you do? It's me. It's me.
Yeah, you can get it.
I don't make enough on this podcast to afford any merchandise. So
we need a promo code for ourselves, please.
And do you give a veterans discount?
Yeah, please. Military, senior citizens. We need it all here.
AARP.
That's exclusively at boxofgimmicks.com.
Dude, that's a cool hoodie right there.
Hey, don't be check it out while we're talking about it, but just randomly go to Box of Gimmicks, go to the OUDK page. We're slinging stuff up at all times.
All the time.
Check that out.
This right here is cool. That's the Ventura Club 74. This is when it all started. This is when the rubber hit the road right here.
Heads up, we are getting close to reaching our 74 limit on that. So
we haven't reached it yet. Version. The colored version.
Yeah, black and white. We're going to be playing. We're going to
keep that up.
Yes, the colorway, as the kids call it. Version that we limited to 74 since it is Ventura Club 74.
74. I get it.
And so when those are gone forever. No other chance to.
We're going to get that Hulk Hogan shirt up here.
Hulk Hogan. We're going to get that going. All right, let's get into Top Dog.
It should just be the silhouette of a balding guy with a lot of tufty hair on the sides. Come on, man! I'm just playing. Everybody gets so mad about everything. Yeah, of course he should. But we're just having some fun, guys. Let's not everybody take it.
I'm going to tell you this, Dog.
Yes.
The best thing that could ever happen is us having heat with Hulk Hogan. Okay. That'll be more eyes and ears on this podcast. And we have a standing invite for Hulk Hogan to be our guest. Anytime you want to come on.
What did he say? So Hulk Hogan didn't say, "Let me tell you something, brother." He said something else. But what was it? You know what I mean?
He said, "Bob Armstrong, you skin on out of here. Skin on out of here. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you. I'm going to get you.
Oh, okay. So we got to think of what Hogan, what was his name?
Hulk
Hogan. Hulk Hogan.
HULLGOGAN. Yeah, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
All right, let's get a Top Dog. And Hulk Hogan, by the way, not on the list, so you're good there.
Okay, thank goodness.
We're going to do Top Dog, and if you've missed it, where you been? Because it's been causing heat waves on the social media platforms. Because I asked Dog, are you a better sports entertainer than? Which, by the way, we have a sports entertainer T-shirt as well. I asked Dog, are you a better sports entertainer? And he tells me yes or no, whether he is a better sports entertainer than that person. Are you ready, Dog?
Yes.
Here we go. Are you a better sports entertainer?
Dom, let's go from the graphic of the T-shirt to the graphic of the individual. Can we do that?
Oh. Producing on the fly.
I got to re-upload the graphic.
Never mind. Okay. Never mind then. Let's
Next show, we're going to be ready for that, guys.
I'll be ready.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. I just thought of that.
Are you a better sports entertainer than Billy Kidman?
Oh, yes, 100 times. And I told him this the other day, so we're clear there.
What'd you say? You just walked up to him and said, by the way, I'm a better.
I did not tell him. I love Billy Kidman, by the way. Billy Kidman's one of I call him the DC sniper because he's one of the guys who is very quiet, does his job, does it extremely well, and never really says anything. And even when it's like, oh God, we're heavy, we're gonna miss cross, all these crazy things are happening in live television that aren't supposed to happening. He's got a joke on his face and he's fixing the issue, and that's or smile on his face and he's fixing the issue. That's Billy Kidman. Billy was a great worker like that, and we talked about the fact that I was not any good at wrestling, and he was. So I didn't tell him.
Fantastic.
I didn't tell him anything like what I said I told him. But we did talk about this, and he said like I knew my work was going to get me over. You know what I mean? So I would say, cut my whole entrance and I'll do the match. Whereas this was the conversation we were having. I said, if they told me to cut time, I would say, the guy can beat me in 10 seconds, but don't cut my entrance. You know what I mean? because my entrance was the part that was going to get me over. The match is the part that people are going to forget.
Did you and him ever go at it in the ring? Ever? I mean, I don't remember it off the top. I don't know if y'all had ever weaved in somewhere.
I don't think so. Hulk Hogan? Are you talking about Hulk Hogan?
No, Billy Kidman. Bill Kidd.
Yeah, we probably worked somewhere together at some point, but he was always in WCW when I was there, and then
that's what I was thinking.
What I mean? Then he got there, and I got fired, and so. But yeah, great guy. Love Billy Kidman to death, man. What a cool dude. I respect him because he's like got such a cool head on his shoulders. He's smart about a lot of things. He's always making fun of me and Jamie Noble about our tech savvy or lack of savvy. Anyway,
are you a better sports entertainer than Missing Link?
I bet I sold more merchandise.
I'll say this: if
he was really good. Like he was good at what he was good, and he was a heel, and he looked great. And
I never knew him. He had the weasel talking to him.
Yeah. It's bad to be bad when you got the weasel as your manager.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I'm gonna say yes. I'm a better sports entertainer than him.
All right, and last but not least,
is he passed away? I just don't want like this older dude to beat the crap out of me in like an airport somewhere because I said I was. Look, he was great and he was in great shape, and I knew he.
Byron James John Dewey Robertson.
Dewey Robertson, yeah, I knew.
He passed away in 2007. He had cancer.
Bless his heart. He was great at what he did, and he was always around the greats. If you remember, Kevin Sullivan and some of the greats in the Southern wrestling history always kept him around. So that's kudos to him, man.
Dark Secret was from?
Yeah, anyone's guess.
Where was the Missing Link from?
Tupelo. I have no idea.
Parts unknown.
Oh. So not
Tupelo.
Not Tupelo.
Realistically, do you know where he really was from?
Who? Dewey?
Missing Link, yeah. Dewey.
Texas.
No, Ontario.
Oh, I should have known that.
How about that?
Yeah, I should have known that.
All right, here we go. Last but not least. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Are you a better sports entertainer than Samoa Joe?
Holy mackerel. This is strategically put here by Dom, and I both appreciate and loathe you.
I'm glad I'm not involved in this one.
Yeah, this is a bad one. So no, I'm going to say no, I'm not. And I'm going to tell you where it is, where I give it to Joe. For one thing, Joe's a better worker than I am. He has reality involved with his physicality, and it's a fighter's game nowadays, and he kind of brings that to the table. So I don't know. I think Joe's kind of the perfect pro wrestler, sports entertainer. I think he's kind of the guy, and I always have. He's a great facial guy with promos. He's a great camera guy when it's television wrestling. He knows what he's doing. So smart cat, really good at wrestling, but also really good at television. So I'm going to say no, I'm not as good. And look, I wanted to lie and say that I was, but I'll tell you, I am better sports entertainer. I'm a better sports entertainer than Hulk Hogan. And his catchphrase is, "You come back now, baby." I think that's Hulk Hogan's. "You come back now, baby." I'm not sure. We're gonna work on that.
I'm a geeky.
I'm a Geechee. If we could do hashtag Imageechee. I'm a Geechee.
All right.
I want to spell I'm a Geechee.
You know, I have no idea. It's IMMA. I know that.
I'm a Geechee-san.
I'm a Geechee.
Geechee-san.
Joe,
I think you would say it like I'm a Geechee-san. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Let me wrap up on Joe, man. He just never
Who
seen
we talking about? Samoa Joe?
Samoa Joe. You will get this. I don't know if all of our listeners will get this, but
yep.
And I know he's not from the country, but he looks like one of those dudes that me and you grew up with, where you go, I mean, he's just country strong. Like
Yeah,
he don't
yeah.
he don't work out. He's just a large human being.
Yeah,
He can lift a car.
His chest is bigger than his waist.
Yeah,
you know what I
and
mean?
you go, was he hitting the gym? You go, no, that's just him.
Yeah,
His life makes him strong.
He's corn-fed.
Cornfred's another one. Oh, cornfred boy up there. All right.
Yeah, Joe's the man. Joe's the man. But look, who else? Oh, let me say I'm better than Orange Cassidy.
You already did.
Okay. My bad.
You went trending for MJF. You didn't lie. You said you were not as good as Samoa Joe because that won't make any headlines. But
I know. See, so you just be
honest.
honest.
On Hulk Hogan, he's gonna get hot about it. You said he had frizzy hair.
Come on back, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you, baby.
You don't skin out of here.
Skin out.
Skin on out of here.
Oh God, what are we still doing here?
I don't know. We're gonna get your thankful minute in and get out of here. How about that?
All right.
We do want to tell you, go to backofjohnsons.com and that's our exclusive YouTube content. You can watch our beautiful faces.
Yeah,
not really for this one. For this one, and I don't mean this in a sexist way. I mean this as me and Dog is ugly.
Yeah.
But you need to watch this one for Kaia McKenna, who was fantastic
and not so ugly.
As she said, not just a hot girl in a hot outfit.
Right.
She put everything
she sunk
together.
Her teeth into this. Yeah. What I love about it is her character is her.
How about this?
Everybody,
I knew she was the witch, and I didn't know it was in her real life. And her family and her grandmother had a coven.
Why do you think you have a limp now? Yeah, Dog.
I want to tell her she put the frog spell on me, and I
look like
a frog now.
She's got a butterbean action figure.
And that's what I look like. I look like
she's stabbing him in the toe right now. Oh, my gout's acting up.
I look like a half-shaved pug, and she did this to me.
Hey, I love pugs.
Sure, everybody does.
I got 2 Frenchies.
But we don't breathe good.
I know, bless their hearts. They slept with me last night. I ain't had them for a week, and good God, they're hot little heaters.
All right, before we get out of here, thank you, Don, for all the help. Thank you, Kaia McKenna, for joining us 15 Minutes of Flame.
Thank you.
In the comment section, let us know somebody you can think of that has been a career heel or a career babyface and never changed once.
Yeah.
Even just once for 2 weeks counts. So we want somebody that's never changed. Drop that in the comment section below. We'd appreciate that.
And our message to you is don't ever change.
Before we get out of here, we put up 60 seconds on the clock and let Dog spread positivity with the thankful minute. Everything and anything he is thankful for in his life. Let's do it, Dom. Throw that up on the clock. The thankful minute starts now.
All right. Hey, so you know, I don't think that the 15 minutes of flame is going to get anybody hired or fired or anything like that. And I don't think it's like a huge platform. But I do think it's an opportunity for me to get to know young and up and coming wrestlers / sports entertainers and maybe introduce them to some of you or vice versa. You know what I mean? You guys are introducing them to me. But what I'm thankful for is that I have the opportunity, and like I said, it ain't a huge platform, but it's a platform nonetheless that a younger person that can just trying hard, and Kaia is a perfect example coming back from injury, just trying hard to make a name for themselves in this business, and I can take 15 minutes out of my time, our time on here to kind of do that and give them that. I'm thankful to God for the platform I have around me. That's all I got. Thanks.
Boom. How about that?
I was watching the clock. I got stressed out.
You're getting in your head.
I don't think the acoustics are right in here.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. This was a fun episode.
It's always
a fun
episode.
Hearing questions that you want to pick Road Dogg's brain with. And listen, I'm going to ask him in a second. He's going to tell you to suck it. But if you didn't like this episode, you can get out of here. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you.
I'm going to get you.
I'm going to get you.
Okay. You were gonna put something up though on the Tron, weren't you, on the Tron?
Oh,
I'm
somebody's
an
got
idiot.
something on the Tron?
I thought Dom was going to put something up.
What's he got?
That's after I say suck it. He usually puts something up, right?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, suck it.
I'm gonna
Yes.
get you.
I'm gonna get
Oh, there's him.
There's him with his boxing glove on. It's
With one
autographed by.
glove.
It's autographed by Ali.
Hey, Dom, you'll win more if you put a second glove on.
We couldn't take the picture of that big old fake